I'm sure by now everybody has seen this person here, RileyCS, the most locked in cat girl you'll ever see in Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 EA had the beta over the weekend, and this tweet has caused like a ruckus in the FPS community. 70.4 million views as of this video today, August 13th, as of this recording. There's been a lot of people making comments. There's been a lot of people defending, a lot of people saying it's cheating, a lot of people saying it's hacks, etc. I've already said what I said on stream about it. There was specifically that 13-second mark that everybody talks about the most. Looked a little too suspicious for B. So I can't give the person the benefit of the doubt that they are not cheating because of what I saw there. But I've saw many videos, many breakdown videos. You know, I want to see if this could be legit, right? And everything that they go to whenever they try to defend it and say that it's just legit, they all have got stumped on that 13-second mark one way or another. So 13 to like 20 seconds is like that whole clip right there had not like one or two. It was like 3 or 4 things that were very suspicious that not everybody can explain. So a lot of people, so for people that don't know, flicking is like this thing now that a lot of people practice with the aiming, and they make micro adjustments, right? They flick and do micro adjustments in order to, have, their aim a lot better. They compromise speed or whatnot for precision, etc. If you look at the definition of it, I'm old. I'm not going to be able to do this. Now, a lot of tweets that I've seen talk about that if you think this is cheating, that you're just not good at the game or you're not good at mouse and keyboard. Hey, I'm a controller player, so I admit I'm not good at mouse and keyboard. Am I impressed with people that play like this? Absolutely. And do I think that it could be legit? Maybe. It's just that one particular part of the video that everybody's talking about the most is just, it has so many questions and it's just so hard to explain. And even with the people that try to explain it, they all say, well, yeah, it's a little, and it's like they're not really explaining it either. So I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on it. If this person, Riley, is legit, apologies in advance right now. It just looks suspicious. So I'm just going to tell you why I think it's suspicious, especially that 13-second mark. The rest of it, you can make, an argument that it's micro adjustments and flicking, whatever, right? So like, let's watch the first 13 seconds or first 12 seconds to see,
oh my God, you did follow me.
So like you see the people in front of you. So if you have great aim, okay. I mean, that could happen. I mean, I'm me personally, I don't have that kind of recoil control and no sway like this, but who knows? That's the reason why, they're pros, right? That's why they got this clip in the beginning, because they're locked on, right?
Oh my God, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna sit here and look at this first part and say that there's cheating going on or anything like that. If a lot of people are saying that this is legit, who am I to say it's not, right?
Nuts.
Now here you go, 13 seconds. So here you go. This is the part though that a lot of people have a hard time explaining, and for good reason, because it is suspicious. I don't think there's anybody that can watch this and be like, you know what, it does look suspicious. You got to admit it looks suspicious. You can make justifications of why it's doing this and that. You can start explaining it, but it just looks suspicious as a whole. So you see in the minimap, because everybody wants to point at the minimap the most, right? That there's a dot near C, okay? So they're going to flick to this person. Now, the one thing that these people are completely ignore, though, whenever they come from the defense, is that when you micro adjust, you flick to the spot and you micro adjust to the target, then shoot. Then shoot. You're not shooting right away if you don't think this is an immediate threat. Now, obviously, in the mini-map, it's not an immediate threat because they're trying to capture C, or they're at C shooting a teammate, it looks like, with number 4 or 1, whatever that is at the bottom there. Kenny, probably, because I see the green Kenny. I don't know. It's a teammate, obviously, that's near this person that they're probably looking at. They're not looking at Riley. So let's see here. The flick right here and a shot. They flicked to a rock and shot the rock. If you flick to something and you micro adjust, that everybody wants to keep telling me that it's micro adjusting, it's just flicking and micro adjusting. Why did they shoot? You can't shoot. That's the thing. That makes this whole thing suspicious. This is why people think it's cheating. And I don't know why anybody is in denial when it comes to that, because that is very suspicious. If you're a micro adjuster, you adjust, then shoot. That's what they teach you, right? If you pull up any video about micro adjustments, they tell you micro adjust and then shoot. because if you start shooting before the micro adjusting, then your sway is off, then your precision is off, then your gun starts doing things that you don't want it to do. So you're taught to micro adjust first, then shoot. You don't waste the bullets. You don't take the chance of recoil, especially that high too, because they aim pretty high. So the shot is what makes that odd. It makes it odd. And I don't think a lot of people are explaining that whenever they're trying to make the defense videos. So then forget that for now. Let's just pretend I didn't even say all that, which obviously was a pretty good point. But let's just say that, okay, they misclicked. They shot on accident. They make the adjustment to see this person, right? This is the oddest part too. This is odd. There's two people here. You see two on the screen. You only see one with the orange diamond, right? But watch what happens when she shoots this person. Shoots. There's the second person over there. The gun snapped. They released though the aim down sight, the ADS, but it snapped to that person. And a lot of people don't know how to explain that part. It did that little snap. If you slowed it down, I wish I could you slow Twitter speed? Playback speed. There we go. Let's slow it down. Let's cut it in half. See that little quick? That looks suspicious. That's suspicious. That's why people look at this clip and think it's suspicious. No one, look, they could have the complete skill. I'm just saying that this 13 to 20 second has a lot of things in it that was very suspicious. All right, so now they obviously know that person is there. They have no orange dot though. It's not pinged, but they see the person. Wow, so now the ping is there now. They see this person. The thing is though, there's another person in this frame as well. There's two people here. I'm going to go ahead and try to capture the second person before we see the video because it's very important as well. Because I've seen a lot of people, forget this part. They just think that the person that they think Riley just shot randomly. Wow, it wasn't random. If you could see right there's a muzzle flash right of that tree, right of that orange dot where the person is pinged. There's a muzzle flash right there. And you can see the bullets flying out of there whenever I slow it down. I might be able to freeze it right at the frame too. Let's see if I could. So right here. Now you kill that person right there. Look, right there. There's a flash there. Flash there. The big old flash there right before the orange dot. So there's two people there. So it wasn't random that the gun snapped to the right also. So you're going to kill this person here. And then the gun's going to snap to the right. And then look, it then just shooting, continuously shooting. There's been people that have been doing defense videos and breaking this down that completely ignore that second person that was there. Now, I don't see them. They obviously didn't kill that person. Somebody else did. Either a teammate did or somebody else did, or they disappeared or they ran away or whatnot. So they're shooting nothing right now. But there was somebody there and the gun went directly to it after killing this person. That's suspicious as well. And a lot of people ignore this completely. Wow, or they in denial that there was anybody over there. A lot of videos that I've seen so far, the breakdowns, they don't think there was anybody there. They're like, I don't know why people think there's something here. I don't see anybody. And they're completely bypassing that there's gunfire there. Look, there's a shot right there coming from that area. There was somebody there this whole entire time. And they just ignoring it. They think that Riley shot the air right here, and that's not the case. So again, that's like three things right there from that little clip alone, from 13 to 18 seconds. That was very odd. And a lot of people that are on the defense really can't explain any of this stuff. So that's the reason why a lot of people think that there's the soft aim assist and I'm pretty sure that technology these days for hacks, you can make micro adjustments and deviations and things like that to make it seem like you're not using hacks. I think a lot of people have like this this image in their head, or this, that it instantly locks on, it just snaps, and it only does head targets and it never misses, etc. But in real life, that's not going to happen, I imagine. I would think that you're trying to hide the fact that you're cheating by trying to make it as realistic as possible, which is either you can see people on the map when they're not supposed to be seen, like behind a rock, You know, like I think that's the reason why a lot of people point to that rock specifically. Or they have a lot of soft aim assist where it's like you could be in the area to mask it as micro adjustments and then go ahead and finish the target off. And that seems to be what it is. Again, Riley, I apologize if that's not the case, but this clip specifically here from the 13 to 18 second mark looked very suspicious. And I believe out of the 70.4 million people that have watched the video, I'm sure a majority have all pointed at 13 seconds seems very odd. Now, if you watch the rest of the video, again, like I said, it could be pure skill. I'm not going to take anything away from this person at all. You know, if this is all legit, you know, shout out to them. I didn't even see that person there. They're shooting at somebody. See, that's another thing too. Maybe it's just me not being able to adjust like this. Like I see a person, I'm shooting this person no matter what. To me, this is a free kill. They're running away. They're getting shot at. And I'm going to kill this person because that's who I saw first. The gun is looking at somebody else, though, in the hallway. There's a second person. So she stopped shooting at him to shoot that person. Actually, no, they weren't killing it. See, that's odd. It snaps. Look at this. I mean, I guess that's flicking. I guess. Man. There's no micro adjustment there. That thing was just instant. Bam. I don't know. I mean, maybe that man. I'm telling you, maybe flicking is just the wave of the future, and I need to start practicing that flick stuff, man. But again, you can see micro adjustments here. I mean, I did see that. You can see the micro adjustment right here to here. You see, right here to there, right there. Micro adjustment. But man, I don't understand how you can not see this and think that it's odd. It just seems suspicious. It does seem suspicious. That's all I'm saying. Seems suspicious. But what do you guys think in the comment section below? Riley's super famous now. I'm pretty sure when they're streaming, they're going to be way up there number wise because you have a lot of defenders. You have a lot of people accusing. But in the end, like the clip was playing, the clip did play. In the end, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what I think about it. It's what do you think about it? So I'm out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Later.